Linda Barcz from the Bruce Company here, taking your calls at 270-9933, and nothing says Christmas like orange.
Thank you, Mark.
Well, they poinsettias come in all different colors
That's
now.
true. If your decor is something other than red, you do have options. And the sparkly, at first I was wondering, but I'm getting to like the sparkles on them.
That's added.
Yes, that is sprayed on,
And get a little pine tree.
Little pine tree, all different kinds of ideas. You know, if you don't have room for a big Norfolk pine, have a little one, and there's a little teeny miniature. I talk about Phalaenopsis orchids quite a bit, and this is actually a miniature one.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's cute.
Isn't that cute? And it works in our setting of our homes pretty well because it tolerates the cool or the warmer temperature that we like to have our homes. So.
Lots of good gift ideas.
Yes.
All right, let's get to the phones. We'll start with Marion in DeForest. Hello, Marion.
Hello.
Hi, which question?
I have a amaryllis that came out, one blossom came out, and the other three are drying up.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, I've been hearing people talk about how there's certain flowers, like Christmas cactus, if they dry up and drop off, and gardenias, it's usually because our homes are so dry during the winter. So if you can either add humidity by a humidifier, or if nothing else, what you could do is take the individual plant and put it over a tree where you have pebbles, and you don't have the plant actually sitting in water, but you have water around it, so then in that little area you'll have increased humidity.
You don't want it sitting in water, but if you put stones or something down. All right. Let's go to, is it Levon?
Yes.
In Bagley? Go ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a Hoya vine that it goes from the floor to the ceiling because I've got it on a pole that my mother-in-law started for me more than 40 years ago. I have started plants off of this for my friends. My daughter has a beautiful one. There's bloom. This has only bloomed once in all the time I've had it, and that's like 25 years ago.
Wow. Well, Levon, you know, one of the things, you're taking those cuttings off from the ends, and if that Hoya develops this long, spindly shoot that doesn't have any leaves on it, sometimes people are tempted to cut that off. That actually is going to be develop flower spurs. So perhaps by all the propagation and sharing that you've done, you've been actually cutting off some of the things that would eventually develop into flowers.
Because otherwise it should flower, it sounds like.
It should flower if it's growing that well.
Sounds like a healthy plant.
Yes.
Okay, Kathy in Beloit. Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
Hi, which question?
I ended up with a plant from my mother. It's a Christmas cactus, but I looked under the cupboard, and I've got Miracle Grow houseplant food, and I've had it under there for like 3 years, and there's no expiration date on it. So is it still good?
As long as it hasn't changed, as long as it still looks like the typical Miracle Grow, and usually that's a granular product, even if it has caked together a little bit, most likely that is going to be fine. That's interesting. I've never looked on fertilizer. I don't think it does expire. I think as long as it doesn't change form, I think it's fine.
3 years. I got a box under there about 10 years old. Still good. Go to Sharon in Madison. Hi, Sharon.
Hi.
Hi, what's your question?
My question is, I have a plant that grows. Hi.
Hello, what's your question, Sharon?
My plant it grows straight up. It grows straight up. I have a plant
And
straight up,
what's the problem with it?
and it's green on the outside and light green on the middle.
Okay.
And it's just a big root.
All right.
Well, I bet I would guess a Dracaena, because they're very upright. They do have variegation. Pretty easy to take care of.
Yeah.
If you're trying to grow additional ones, that can be a little tricky.
All right, let's go to Rita in Madison. Hi, Rita.
Hi, Linda.
Hi there, Rita.
I've got a question on my yellow Christmas cactus. Last year, it bloomed beautiful, and at Easter, it bloomed. Now, this year, it isn't doing anything. On the one side of it, not a lot, there are a couple or three brown, yellow spots. Did I overwater it or what?
Well, if you've been taking care of it, usually people, once they know how to take care of Christmas cactus, it's pretty simple. If a portion of it doesn't look healthy, just pull those leaves off.
Yeah,
and just continue. Because mine was very slow this year.
Tend to overwater them, I think.
You can overwater them, but at this time of the year, when you see that new growth starting after the flowers, that's when you can start watering it a little bit more.
All right, if you're on the line, stay there. Linda will take your call off here. We'll see you next week. And we'll be right back with a final check your forecast.